I often say that I'm the artistic director and founder of the Hole in the Wall Puppet Theater. And I write the scripts and music, I perform, I make the marionettes, and I clean the toilets. And it always gets a laugh.
You always stir my imagination. Sometimes it borders on fantasy. And sometimes I find visions flash through my mind, close to reality. Night must fade away, and yet it leaves a love, so all the world will say, there's a man and his dream.
Thank you very much. Alrighty, well listen, I gotta get ready for this morning's performance. I got you checked in. Well, we're celebrating our 25th season, but it's my dream come true. Christmas morning in 1959, my dad made the puppet theater for my sister, and it's at Ann's Puppet Playhouse. I'm right there eyeing this puppet theater. I think he would have preferred that I played football, but that wasn't ever going to happen. I've always wanted the theater. I wanted my own space, and I always knew I would live above the theater. How fabulous is it to live above your work? You just go downstairs and you're at work. Hello, gorgeous. Might be a ticket sale. Good morning, Hole in the Wall Puppet Theater. May I help you? Our box office varies. You never know what it's going to be.
Morning.
Good morning.
5 of us.
And one time, this is a number of years ago, we were doing the Death and Life of Sherlock Holmes, and one old man came and insisted I do the show. So I performed it for him. But here's the funny thing. That show had an intermission in it. And at the intermission, he left, and I didn't tell him there was a second act. What's your name? Wendy, Moira, Angela, Dolly. Then we did a production of Mother Goose Land, and that was the first sort of hit show. And that's when I started to confront, and the backstage tour started, and I think it's that personal touch. I paint them, I make their wigs, I make their bodies, I make their costumes, I make the control. They're amazed that I make the puppets. They always say, do you really make them? I say, well, yes, I do. Doesn't this one, okay. I usually don't just sit down and write the script because writing's boring. I'll do an outline, and then as I'm rehearsing, the script gets refined. Hello, I'm Robert Brock, and I'm the artistic director and founder of the Hole in the Wall Puppet Theater, which is... I'd have to say if it weren't for my parents, I wouldn't have the Hole in the Wall Puppet Theater. Mom. My mom is the secretary treasurer of the board, business manager, does publicity. No, I don't train my mother, nor do I direct my mother. That does not work out too well. And I can go ahead and order those digital picture frames.
Yes, but then that's it for shopping.
I promise I won't spend another penny this year.
No more wigs.
Everyone knew my father, and he, of course, was a big supporter of the puppet theater. He referred to the puppet theater as the Empire. And I would go home and say, how's the Empire? Did we sell out? The week that we were going to open the new version of Cinderella's Christmas. And we all went, my sister, my mom, and I were all together, which was rare. And on the way home, he had a heart attack and died that night. I had to cancel the performances that weekend. But that's the one thing that would have pissed him off, that we canceled 3 sold-out performances. We have people from London, Paris, Rome, Canada, New York, Philadelphia, all over the country, all over the world that find out about the puppet theater. But it's trying to get the local people to support it is a little challenging. People don't get it, particularly in the States. A lot of people think it's just for children, and they think I put a sock on my hand and do this. I don't think of myself as a puppet master. I really think of myself as an actor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Robert Brock. And evenings spent in my club drinking bathtub gin will find you skipping down the golden path of Texas sin. I'm Texas Garden.
I like to say in character or in costume. I don't like to call it drag, because it's a piece of theater. It's not buffooning women. It's respecting these women, and they're performers that I'm passionate about. I was 22 when my mom had died. I mean, it's got to come from the heart, I think. I'm dedicated to doing things for family, but my real passion is musical theater.
You sure you got the fever, but nothing could be harder than that sweet and low down.
Now, if I could only do it like that in the show, I'd be fine. When I can do the grown-up shows, I feel a sense that I'm still an actor.
What is the most enjoyable part of all this?
Performance. Definitely, particularly if the audience is with you. There's nothing better. What I like to see when people come in and they have absolutely no idea what to expect, and they usually say something like, I never expected anything like this.
Oh, thank you, I love you. I can start the right straight on to morning.
We're at 25 years, and I really would like to make it to 50 years. Well, I'll be a frickin' old man. So my goal is to stay healthy as long as I can. Without being crazy about it. I'm certainly not doing any CrossFit or any of that crazy stuff.
Night, a soft guitar, a hidden lane, a moon, and here and there a star. For a man and his dream. Night, a cricket's cry, a whisper.